Hello, children. Today we are going to learn a new lesson named Our Home and Environment. The house which we live in, we are knowing there are different type of houses. As you observe outside our house also, you will see the structure, the buildings, then huts, then variety of houses, types of slopes also. The roof are also of different shapes. Some are rectangular, some are slanting. So there are number of types of houses, innumerable types of houses. Now how this structure is being built? Why there is this difference? So, environment has an important aspect in the construction of houses. These two are related to each other. So, we are going to find out how environment and houses are related to each other. Now, you can see in the picture there are different types of houses shown here in your textbook too. You can see the different type of houses. Now, in your lesson, on the second page you will observe the types of houses. Here there are given 10 to 15 types of houses and the regions are mentioned here. In the map of India you will see major regions and types of houses. You will see there their construction, the structure, the material which is used here is different in each of the houses. According to the environment of that place, the houses are being constructed. The points which are mentioned here, which are taken into consideration for building a house, how the structure should be according to the environment, what they consider, whether that region is having medium rainfall, then low rainfall or high rainfall, whether it is a desert region, then moist land, marshy regions, mountainous regions and plains. So many factors are considered according to the environment of that place, according to the natural resources of that place, and the houses are built in that pattern or in that type. Its roofs, the walls, the material, then the size of the house. Okay, then number of houses. A large building is not constructed in mountainous regions. So all these things are based on the particular environment of that place. If you follow the map, you will come to know about the types of houses according to environment. Now in the next page, the next paragraph, they have told about the climate of that region, how it affects and the natural resources available, then how difference in the construction and building material give rise to different types of houses. With that, the basic needs also, it is an important factor that we find the houses. Water, if there is no water resource, will people stay there and build houses? No, people will move in search of water and go and stay in the place where there is water available. Then agriculture, whether there is food crop available, then clothing, then occupation. So many reasons are responsible for construction of a particular house or a home where people like to stay in one particular place, and you will find the same construction in that house construction in that particular place. We also observe that many people, they don't have a home to live in. Where do they stay? They stay on the roadside, that is the footpath, then under the bridges or in small huts, in the railways or in bus stations or even on the open grounds. Many people, they don't have homes. They also, some people, they move from one place to another for their livelihood and construct a home which when they finish their work they can move to another place. So according to the needs, according to the basic needs and available resources in the environment gives rise to the houses. Now in cities, why people are more in cities, population is more in cities? Because available of occupation and basic facilities are provided more in cities than you will find in villages. In order to improve this situation, government it provides the houses in low cost or occupations in villages too for the people so that they don't move from one place to another place. People also make Government also makes night homes to the people who don't have houses. So such type of provisions, then implementation of such resources or implementation of such facilities, implementation of such programs are being done to provide homes to the homeless by the government. Why do people move from one place to another? Why people are homeless? Because they don't have a proper house to live in. Then they don't have the proper income to get a happy livelihood. Then no job. Then they must be suffering from some mental disorder. Yes, they are never satisfied. They think, yes, we are not getting the proper sufficient life here, and they again move on to another place, or some due to other emotional reasons they are moving from one place to another place, and they don't have a stable type of house. If some natural disaster occurs, then also people shift from one place to another place, and their houses are damaged in that disaster, and they are homeless. Then poverty, if people are poor, they go for earning an income from one place to another place. Now we will try to understand from the lesson that what are the side effects, what are the bad effects of this construction of houses to the environment, to the nature. Why houses are built more in number? Why this number is increasing? Everywhere you are finding the construction is going on, and people are selling their lands, then cutting the trees. Everywhere we are seeing that the construction is going on. So why this is being increased? This work, this occupation is increasing day by day, because first thing is the population. The number of men and women have increased in the world. Then as a business, people try to earn money out of it. They don't want to do agriculture, they sell the land. If they want the immediate money for their livelihood, they sell the land, and the builder or the construction people, they start constructing the houses. But to build a particular home or a building or a house, the things which are required is large in number because of this. For example, what things are required to build a house? First thing is water, then land, then bamboos, or you say wood. Many things are required, and the material cement, then coal, then sand, then the bricks are made. From where these things are available? From the nature. And what do? The people who are constructing the houses, they dig up the mountains, they dig up the hills, and remove the material for construction. Then what another thing, they remove the sand from the seas. What happens if you continuously remove the sand from the sea? The water will be absorbed deep below the earth more and more, and the seas will get, day by day, they will get exhausted, they will be extinct of this world. Then removing the stones from the deep below the earth, then the soil will be only moist, the surface will not be so hard. So it is really a dangerous situation if this goes on continuously. Then removing more and more water from the available resources, cutting the trees, then filling up the ponds. If there is a water, small lake or a pond, they fill up and try to build a house there. Even the lakes, the streams are covered with stone and mud, and properly they are preparing that place to make a construction or a building or a house. So this is leading to the imbalance of the environment, and it is using the natural resources more in number, and they will be one day they will be extinct, they will be not available in the nature. Now, how construction of houses increases the pollution? Now, all living things need shelter, home, but if we use the water resources, will plants and animals and birds, will they get water to drink? Will they survive? If the trees are cut down, their homes are destroyed, will they live a longer life? No, we will damage the nature, we will damage the forest, and the shelters and the animals also will get extinct. And because of this unavailability of trees, air, water, what will happen? The polluted air will be increased more in number. Then plants won't absorb the carbon dioxide from the air or the atmosphere, and we have to inhale the polluted air. The plants will inhale the polluted air, or the birds and animals will inhale the polluted air. So is it good for the health? And there will be death due to this harmful polluted air. Or the water resources which are more far away from the construction of houses, if the polluted air reaches up to those water resources, it will damage the good quality water also, and it will get polluted. And that water, if it is being drunk by the birds or animals, will they survive? So this is the really a cause of awareness among all of us to protect the environment and to not to pollute the environment. Now, according to the lesson, which is the main important natural resources which are being used more in number, it is mentioned here. First one is water, then agricultural land. If there is no agriculture, will we get food in enough quantity of number? No. Then third thing they are saying, the electricity, the energy consumption which is used for construction of houses. So all these are the three important factors which are mentioned while we are while we are constructing the houses. If these things get diminished, we have to face a serious problem. How can we solve this problem? For example, it is given energy. Energy, we can use the solar energy. For getting water available resources more in number, then we have to plant the trees. We have to stop cutting the trees and try to use the land which is not agriculture land but other land and construct the houses. In this way, we can protect the environment and we can use the resources are given here in the lesson, that we should how we can live or maintain the balance of houses and the environment. How we can do it? By consumption of less natural resources. We should build eco-friendly houses. Then use the solar energy while using the energy resource for construction of houses. Wind energy, then biogas. Such type of energy resources will not harm the pollute the air. Then the the waste water can be converted into pure water by recycling, and that water can be used for construction of houses. Then we should avoid artificial colors such as plastics or some type of colors which are harm the environment. We should not use these materials or colored materials for our houses. Then provision for natural light. We should also use the natural light in our houses. We should do proper ventilation so that the light, which is the source of energy, yes, that is from the natural source. Which is that natural source? Sun. We can use that energy resource during daytime and use the light resource or the electricity less in number, and we can make available resource, that is water, and we will not use the water resource more in quantity if we use the light of the sun in our houses in more time, and we can use the electricity night time or dark time. So I think you have understood about the good and bad effects of a home. If there is a house, we are protected from the nature, from rainfall, from the heat of the sun, from the cold winter season. Yes, it gives us a protection. Home is the protection from the natural effect which harms our body from the nature. So from the lesson now we have to, what we have to follow the points. First thing, you will observe the map and try to find the types of slopes in the house. Then what type of shape, construction, in which region is observed. Then wind, roof, what is the pattern according to the nature, and house are built, that you have to observe from the lesson. Then another picture here is given, what you have to observe, which materials are used for construction of houses. Then houses which are in rural regions and which are in urban regions. So villages are having different types of houses and cities are having different types of houses. You have observed this in your day to day life. So from this lesson we have to learn this, and I think you have understood about the home and environment. For homework, you will read the lesson properly and observe different kinds of houses. Thank you.